Cars is a funny story. So I grew up. My my best friend's father was an engineer, and we were little kids, 5, 6, 7 years old. He had three boys, and I was one. And as a project, we used to build cars. It used to take us 1 or 2 years to build a car. So that's where my love for cars comes out. My first car was a 1986 Ford Escort 1.1, which I owned for many, many years until it was stolen. Um, I'll tell you the story of my dream car one day, but I've had a few cars. I'm going to share one story with you in particular. Um, my aunt, my mother's sister was a lot older than my mom, and when her husband passed away, I went to live with her for a little while to give her company, and she used to have a little cafe, and uneducated. She couldn't read or count. She couldn't say much, but she could do business like you couldn't understand. She could count money, and she was the ultimate businesswoman. So she had a little cafe, and she was always doing well. One particular day, my cousin came to visit, and he had just bought a new C class, Mercedes Benz C class, and he came outside and he hooted and he wanted to show it to her, of course, and to me. And you know how cousins are, they sit and they tease each other and they play around with each other. It's horseplay. And he was teasing me about my Toyota Tiaz and his Mercedes Benz. And she got upset and she went back into the shop. So I looked at I noticed that she was agitated about something. And when I went back and I went to her, I said, Masi, what's happening? Why you look so upset? And I could see she had a little tear in her eye. And she was like, no, and why is he teasing you? And what is he telling you? I'm saying, no, he's playing with me. That's how he goes. And she was so sad. It came out of, she couldn't say Mercedes Benz. So she said, my Yasin will have a BMW. And subsequent to that, since 2006, I've had 15 BMWs. I've had 9 VW Audis. I've had 6 or 7 Porsches, a Nissan in between, a Ford in between, 2 Havals, and stuff that I can't remember. The reason for saying this is that I believe she was actually she was so worried about me that her prayer came out and God listened to it, and that's how come I'm sitting with all these things, or I've been blessed with all these things.
You said something earlier. You said something. Um, yeah, you never know when God is.
You never know, and God is always listening, and you never know whose prayer actually goes out.
Yeah.
In that moment, she was very, very upset, and the success of my cars, or the fact that I've had only BMWs, and my wife drives a Mercedes Benz, but it's not mine, and it was her. She said she couldn't say Mercedes Benz, so BMW came out, and I've only driven BMW ever since. So it's blessings from there.